Sunday bites and tidbits. This life they'll help you live it and get yourself together. Sunday bites and tidbits.
Hey everybody, welcome
Hey
to.
everybody.
You sound like me, Babette. Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Got a little southern thing. Did you get something to drink, Babette? What you got?
Which one is this? Ginger?
No, it's actually golden pineapple.
Golden?
I had one yesterday. I haven't had it in a long time.
Yeah, I have to be careful with them too.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome to what, Babette?
Sunday bites and tidbits.
All right. You got a little, look at the eyes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to the show. We're so excited today. There's so much going on in the world right now, y'all, and we are alive. How about that? We are alive.
Yes, we are.
And we're smiling, and we're safe, and we're warm, and we're fed, and
And
we're
together.
loved.
And
Wow.
we're together.
And we're together.
Sometimes
Yes.
you just got to take a moment,
You do.
just to go, wow, we got to do this thing called life again today.
Yeah.
So there's no need to be like all up in your stuff with stuff,
All up in your stuff with stuff.
Yeah, get out of your stuff with stuff. Look at that, it's blurred, so my straw's disappearing. This is so good. I normally make my smoothies with coconut water, but today I add some coconut oat milk. So good.
Is it wonderful?
I've been eating
I made
lima beans, y'all. I craved lima beans yesterday so bad. Sometimes I just love the creamy broth of the lima and the beans. And last night I went out with a couple of friends and I put in the pot, I let the water, I sat in the water and I put in the pot. I really wanted it done. And when I came back, I was like, daggone, I wish I had those lima beans ready. So I put them in my Instant Pot. And then about an hour later, it was 11:30. I'm eating beans.
Oh, stop.
Yes. Mostly the broth. I smashed them up just so I can have the broth. It was so good. And I got up this morning, I had some more lima beans for breakfast. So
do lima beans make you fart?
All beans make you fart.
I know.
It didn't bother me. Well, that's not true. Nobody said it, no, but me.
But you know why beans have a tendency to do that to you?
Why?
Because when you cook them, they're both a carbohydrate and a protein, and that is not a good combination.
So we shouldn't be eating beans?
Well, beans sprouted is a better way to eat them. But when you cook them, you are getting both carbohydrate and protein.
Well, so good Lord, what can we eat?
Well, you can still eat them, sweetheart. We eat them anyway. I'm just saying that the gas thing probably has a lot to do with that.
I wonder.
Eat air, y'all. Air. That's all air.
But do you find that with lentils as much?
No,
lentils aren't
not lentils.
Though, are they?
Not lentils. No.
Yeah, I don't find that with lentils. You know my favorite lentils? That little block at Trader Joe's.
Oh, the Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah.
But see, beans are legumes, right? And lentils are lentils.
Lentils are lentils. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I love
Well,
lentils.
if you do it once in a while and you overdose on them, then just be done with them for a long time.
The Bible says you shall eat any deadly thing and it will not harm you.
Huh?
The Bible said what, honey?
The scripture in the Bible that says you shall eat any deadly thing and it will not harm you. So you have to eat what you have faith for.
You have to eat
any deadly thing. I got confused on that one.
What you have, basically what it's saying is, if you, not that you set out to eat something bad, but if you happen to ingest something that could hurt you, scripture says that don't worry about it. You're good. I got you. So you don't go off trying to eat bad stuff.
Okay.
That, but if you happen to get poisoned or something, that you're okay. There's a
right on
scripture for that.
Right on.
Remember they used to say
When I'm having a smoothie, so.
you remember when apps first came out, the commercial would say there's an app for that.
Yeah. Got
That's
it.
how I am with the word. There's a scripture for that.
Got it. Scripture for everything.
There's a scripture for everything.
And you know what? And there is a scripture for everything. But anyway, any updates? Anything anybody want to share?
Oh, we did the play.
Oh,
Yes.
how was it?
It was good.
It was it.
Yeah, it was fun. My understanding was it was outdoors, and in Bentonville. And my understanding was the plays that went earlier in the day was like 100 and something degrees outside.
Wow.
And windy. So part of the some stuff back and the wings blew up. But by the time we got there, our show was at 7.
Nice.
So it was just cool and beautiful. And Mitchell was funny because this was a BIPOC festival. So bless my little husband's heart. He was there. He was by himself for a while. And after it was over, they brought Lisa McCree, who wrote the play. It's called The Artifact, on stage with me and my male lead, because there was just 2 of us in this play, so 1 act, and the director and the producer. Everybody's Black or brown. And then there's Mitch. So he's out there. So she was asking everybody to talk. They were about the show and everything. And everybody had things to say because our show is a little intense, but it was funny. And he got up, and I don't even remember what the man said, but what he said made people cry.
Oh.
It made the director, the writer started to cry. And the director started to cry, and people in the audience. And I think what it was, that feeling when there's somebody around you who you hope will be an ally, but you don't know them. And then you find out that they're not only an ally, they're like in the fight as much as they can be, for lack of a better term. They're in it with you, And he was very vulnerable about the way his understanding of things has shifted in the last 17 years since he's been with me. And how he's this is a man whose story, we should have him on one day because his birth story is crazy.
Yeah, we should. That'd be great.
But he was born in Jasper, Texas.
Now we gotta because we got a guest waiting. So
that's right. I'll go fast.
Yeah.
Long and short of it is, he's all the reasons why he should be that guy that you think won't be on your side.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Got it.
He checks all those boxes. We could talk about it later, but we should have him on the show. That would be fun.
We should. I would love to.
Yeah,
I would love to. But anyway, we are so excited today because we have on a longtime friend of mine for at least, let me see, I met Khadijah, my boys are 25, about 24 years ago. I met Khadijah. And I know her as an actress. She's done some wonderful work. And then recently she's launched a wellness, a beauty, wellness, health line of sea moss, and then expanded to, intake and herbs and all types of things. She's a specialist in her field. And she's now partnered with her Chef Babette for their line. We're going to let her talk to you about this is a wellness day, things we could put on our skin, things, all that kind of stuff that she has and that maybe you need. So, let's please welcome Miss Khadijah Karriem.
Hi.
What's up,
I didn't know
if
I was supposed to come in or you were supposed to bring me in.
I brought you in, but that's all I could do. Your camera was off.
I just, before you say anything, I just want to let everybody know you are truly one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Oh,
you are.
So sweet.
You just have, no, you do. You just have such a beautiful, beautiful spirit. Your energy is always and you're always willing to help.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
That is very, very, very true.
Yeah.
But all the years I've known Khadijah, there is another side to Khadijah.
Oh!
We all have that other side. Don't mess with our children.
Oh, that's right. True. That. But is that other side that character in your movie? Is that your other side? The rich one that was running down the street with a
little bit, just a little.
Khadijah, tell us a little bit, for those who don't know, Sylvia's getting to know you because
I am, and it's so good to meet you.
You too.
yeah,
Beautiful.
Thank you.
All over your website today.
Oh, good. Hope you like it.
I love, yes. I want a cup. I'm gonna get a cup.
Okay.
Anyway, Khadijah, amongst other things, Khadijah is a wonderful actress.
Yes, she is.
Also took the bull by the horns and shot her and starred in her own feature called Recession Proof.
It's so
On a
wonderful.
bunch of platform. It's a
I've
comedy.
watched that thing 4 times. 4 times.
But she's also done a lot of other wonderful work. She's a mother of 2, single mom of 2, and has raised her kids. Her daughter's amazing. Her son's just a wonderful, when I tell you, a person who has taken every opportunity to make adjustment, to transition. It's like, okay, I'm going this direction. I don't care what this looks like. I'm going that direction. She is a doer. I'm going to let you tell us about you. Oh, Khadijah. Go.
Well, first of all, you guys, I thank you so much. That makes me feel amazing that is the energy and the vibe that I give off, because that's exactly how I want to be in the world. I think I just caught the last tail end of your live, and y'all were talking about kindness. I just make it a point to just be that all the time. If it's possible, that's what I like to do. Yeah, we got that other side. Now don't cross me, okay? But and don't come for my kids. But other than that, we're all human beings, and and you get what you give. So I always want to be able to be the light of God in the world and to other people. So yes, that is something that I'm grateful that you are receiving that. But yes, I am mom, 2 kids, actress for many, many years. Terrah and I know, writer, she's my writing partner too. And so for majority of my life, I've wanted to be an actress or be in the entertainment industry. This is like, we talking about forever. I mean, this is what I wanted to be. But when my son was born, and a lot of the things that I had to deal with, my son has cerebral palsy. Okay. So being a 23-year-old first-time mother of a disabled child was completely life-changing. I mean, I didn't even know how to be a mama, and then now you got to be a mama of a disabled child. And that period in my life was really dark. I mean, I dealt with a lot of depression. And so in that, I was looking for something to, first of all, get me out of that funk, but I was just looking for a life switch, a life change. And that's how I got introduced to being plant-based, vegan. This woman who had a health ministry, she talked about that, I was kind of telling her, what was going on in my life. And she was saying that when you eat plants, you have peace. She was like, animals, when we don't know how they're killed. And so, they have emotions and depression and things too. And so that stuff gets locked in their meat. And so it just really registered to me at that time. And from that day forward, I started the journey of healing with plants, and it did actually really help my depression, And so in that discovery of this new way of life, which is exactly what I would call it, a new way of life, because when you say diet, it's something that happens in your brain that automatically you want the very thing that you're not supposed to have, right? So I just started saying, this is my new way of life, my new way of life, my new way of life. And so in that new way of life, I also started studying not only nutrition, but herbs as well. You know, my father, it's funny because I didn't know that at the time, but my father was the first one to introduce me to herbs. You know, he was from North Carolina, you know, from a family of, he had like 14 brothers and sisters. They grew up on the farm. You know, you didn't go to the doctor. You went out there and you got this root or that herb or whatever, you know, and that's how you healed yourself. And so when we were growing up, he would always be like, you know, go in there and get that golden seal, that echinacea, whatever it was. That's what he would turn to. He wouldn't turn to traditional medicine. And plus, it's 6 of us. So, you know, obviously everybody can't go to the doctor all the time either. So anyway, that's how I got introduced to herbs. And so I became that person that people would always say, like, you know, what's good for this or what's good for that, you know, because I wasn't a person that frequented doctors. I'd go in there, I have my concoctions. I love to study herbs and things like that. So this became what I realized is my purpose. You know, now the acting is my passion. So I thought that was the only thing I was supposed to do in my life was the acting. But every time it was like, I wanted to do that, but it just seemed like it just kept being something in the way. But that was because I didn't see the bigger picture, right? So yes, I do love, that's my passion, that's my art. I want to create stories that also help people to heal, but just in a different way, right? With laughter, with knowledge, with things like that. And then the products that I've created are to help people heal naturally from any kind of illnesses and things like that, to return to the earth. That is what the message that came to me was, to help people return to the earth, because that is where God is. Wow. And when we return to the earth, then that's where we get our, you know, the power of the healing. He got everything we need in everything that's around us to heal, if we have the knowledge to know what to get. So that is what Earth and Sea Wellness is a wellness company that we have all pure, raw, organic products that help people heal from the earth and the sea. That's it.
First of all, Khadijah, like, we may have been separated at birth. Because there are so many things that you just said that check boxes in my actual life.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Being a very young mom with a couple of kids on the spectrum. Okay. And, you know, one more presented more extreme than the other, and what that was like, and what that, where that takes you, you know, in your head and all of that. And I obviously, and the whole, I'm not at all someone who can explain every single thing about herbs and all that, but I'm very much into it personally. Like, it's not a passion of mine out for the world, but personally. And when I went to your site, I mean, just say, all you gotta do is say turmeric to me and I'm in. I'm like, you got me, I'm in. But I love that. And I was thinking about something when you said, this is my passion and this is my purpose. I was reading a book the other day called Awakened Millionaire. And the writer said that when you marry passion to purpose, you find your mission.
Ooh, yeah.
And so that's where you are. That's because your mission is to heal, right? And you're doing that spirit, soul, and body. So you're doing it with your artistry, you're doing it with your knowledge of the herbs and all of that. And you can, and it works in concert. I think it's very interesting that you are the embodiment of understanding how to monetize your purpose. And it doesn't weaken your purpose to monetize it, because the more you have coming in, the more you can have flowing out. You know, what a blessing, what a beautiful representation. That's not a question. I just wanted to say that to you.
Thank you. Yeah.
You are, you know, you radiate, you resonate, it just, everything that you are just radiates, your energy just, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
You live in Dallas?
I live in Dallas.
I used to live in. How long you been there?
Oh, well, I was born and raised here, but I mean, I've lived in LA for 11 years. I lived in New York. I went to school in Philly. I've been everywhere.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Khadijah. How have you, do you find that there's a way to marry your worlds, your passion and your purpose? Have you found a way to marry?
Yeah.
Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Well, here's so every order that somebody gets, they also get a my flyer for my movie. That's one way. But but again, I think it's just in the scripts that I have written, you know, even before I knew what was going to happen, I was just like, I'm just going to keep writing. But even in the scripts, there's a message. There's some sort of healing in the script. So I think when you said about monetizing, being able to but that's why I have now been able to monetize it, because now I get what it's supposed to be. See, I used to think that it was just about fame, right? Oh, I want to be famous. I'm about to be famous by the time I'm 20. You know, all of that didn't serve anybody else. It only would serve me, which is why I believe that God just did not make it happen the way it was supposed to happen, right? Because I didn't get the bigger picture. But see, now, because I still do writing, and like Terrah and I, we have a script, Linux Project, that's got, you know, a lot of messages in there and things that can, you know, awaken people's intellect, you know, understanding about themselves. It's, you know, all the characters kind of go through a journey. So it's like a spiritual thing of a ministry, not just in the products and helping people heal, but it's a spiritual ministry in the scripts and what I write, you know, even if you're laughing, like in Recession Proof, but you know, there's still a message in it, right? It's like you laugh and then you go like, okay, well, you know, we're talking about material things and, you know, and spending more time with your family and your faith in God. And, you know, so now that I got the assignment, I understand it now. So then I think that's why guys like, all right, well, now you can make some money off. You know, because it's more than just the money. Now it's who it's affecting. And I think that that's something that someone told me one time, is that, you know, even though money will come to me, but the moment I make it just about the money, then that's when it's probably going to stop. I have to make it about how it's going to help people.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Real quickly, why is your camera moving? Or did anybody else see that?
I saw that,
but I'm not
like
doing nothing.
You moving and it pulls out.
Right.
Wide shot and then it comes in.
I saw that.
I don't know what happened. I ain't touching nothing.
I know, Babette, you're becoming not only a neck and a head.
Maybe you have like an auto zoom thing on or something. Because yours is not moving.
No, hers isn't moving, but yours.
No, yours.
No, mine is not. Yours is moving. Depending on what you do, it'll zoom out and it'll come back in, and then it's like I can see what's on your desk, and then it goes away. That's so interesting. Now, whatever you got right now, Babette, is perfect. But anyway.
So that's that. Wow. And then of course, you know, and just in the way that, you know, God had just placed people and things in your life, and just even with meeting Babette through Terrah, and then, you know, with her journey with nutrition and fitness and everything, and it just, when we met, it just was like we just connected, you know, just like that. And now her being a partner with me in the Earth and Sea Wellness has just been such a cool thing, a joy. We just bounce right off of these things with each other. So it's like, and that also is helping taking it to the next level, you know, a bigger audience and people who understand us. Like, yeah, I can see, you know, I can be like this 73-year-old super fine woman. Well, what is she using? Okay, well, I need to use what she using, you know?
Tell us some of your best-selling products. Like, And you know what? I'm breaking out for something. I was going to ask you this too.
Huh?
All of a sudden, I'm breaking out. It's either something I'm eating, there's too much in my system. I don't know what's going on, but in a minute, I'm just going to cut out all food because
Right.
now I'm breaking out and I can't get the marks to go away. They're just like, you know, Babette, you said when you had like acne or all of a sudden, it's like right here and here, just right here. And I want them to go away. And so now I got to do some research to figure out what's going on.
Does it have anything to do with what you're using in your fabrics that you're wearing?
That can definitely
It
have.
could be.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive, and so like I have to use the kind of detergent and everything that doesn't have any like all clear, or it doesn't have the stuff in it, because it can make you start itching. But anything on your skin that's blemishes and things like that, that's where the turmeric come in. Do you still have that turmeric soap? The turmeric soap.
That's so gone.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll send you some more. But the turmeric, Babette, this
I
one.
absolutely love the soap and the
beauty serum.
Yeah. I use it because I'm challenged with melasma, and it assists with brightening my skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love that stuff, and the soap is perfect for the face.
Right. And if it's just, Terrah, if you're just talking about just a small area like up here on your neck, then you can use this on those areas too, because the face and the neck and this, what do they call it? I don't know what they call it. Huh? Decolletage. But this part is all the same skin. So you can use, this is the cleansing, this is the new skincare line called Ageless. Mm-hmm. And so it has turmeric, sea moss, shea butter, and natural botanicals in it. Everything is pure, raw, organic. So again, our skin is our largest organ. So anything we put on the skin, we should be able to eat. And so that's what
when I get hungry in the shower while I'm washing, I take a bite.
Please don't take a bite. But if you did, you could.
It would not hurt me.
Terrah, your head
is so delicious, but it would not hurt me.
So I have the turmeric, and then I also have soursop, which soursop is a fruit that is really high in antioxidants. It's also, another name is guanabana. It's got like a few names. But this one also has soursop, green spirulina, shea butter, sea moss, and natural botanicals. And then the last one we have is the rice milk, shea butter, sea moss, and natural botanicals. This one is really good and hydrating. But all of them are going to be really hydrating. They're just going to have like a little slight different properties. This is like if you just want a lot of moisture, if you have dry skin, things like that, this one is really good. This one is the one I actually use the most, the soursop one, because it's just really just giving you all those nutrients in your skin. And again, what do we want when we start to get old? We want to help reduce the fine lines and wrinkles, correct? Right. So that's what this whole skincare line does, helps reduce fine lines and wrinkles. And then you follow it up with the beauty serum, which has all natural oils in it that are all good for the same thing.
It's wonderful.
Yes, I love this. This is so yummy. Use this at night is a good one. You can use it day and night, but this one
I use it in the day under my makeup as well.
Yeah. So it's everything is in it. It's still a light oil. It's got pumpkin seed oil, it's got turmeric oil, it's got soursop oil, it's got sea buckhorn oil. I mean, it's got so many great yummy oils, probably like over 10 different ones, but they are all good for nourishing the skin and helping to reduce fine lines and wrinkles. And so yeah, we've been doing, these have been really, really popular. So I mean, really, you say what's the most popular products? All of them. We've been doing real good. I mean, I'm saying we got sea moss. I got 6 different blends of sea moss. We have the sea moss with bladder.
Internal things. Now we're talking about the things that you ingest, right?
So okay. Yeah, so I have skincare, as I said, body care. Let me just do it like that. Body care. We have plant-based soaps. These smell really good. It's cherry almond. Actually, the person who makes these for me has a garden, and they literally go in the garden and make these handmade soaps. So these like blocks of soaps right here, they smell so good. They're very hydrating. A little bit goes along. These will last a long time. You can cut them in half and they last a long time. These sell a lot. And then we have the vegan sea moss body and face butters. Those are excellent for your hands and face, little spot, things like that. It's got sea moss in it and shea butter, and all the ingredients, again, all natural. So that's the outside. Now the inside. We got 6 different blends of sea moss.
The inside.
The inside. This is green sea moss with moringa. Actually, this is our #1 seller because green sea moss is really high in chlorophyll, so it helps detoxify the blood, detoxify the body. And the moringa has so many amazing qualities. I mean, it helps with anemia, balances the hormones, hair, skin, nails, osteoporosis. It helps with mood. I mean, both men and women love this. They say, I know when I'm not taking. So this one is that. It looks really murky, but it's got more protein than an egg, more potassium than a banana. So when people say that they can't get that from vegetables or plants or whatever, here you go, right here. Then we have the turmeric one, which is Babette's favorite.
How much? Do you know how much potassium is in that? In yours?
In how much potassium? No, I don't have that measurement. Like, I just can tell you that moringa does have more potassium.
Yeah, I think it's pretty high, actually.
Right. But I mean, the moringa that's in here is pretty concentrated. It's not, that's the thing about each of the sea moss blends.
Yeah.
Not flavors, I say blends, because there is no sugar in any of this. There's no artificial coloring, no artificial.
How is it ingested? You put it in things.
2 tablespoons. You dip out of it, and then you can make.
I put it in everything. I make sauces. I make salad dressings.
Yeah.
I make everything healthy.
So you can use it as an ingredient, and it maintains its efficacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now don't heat it. Like, don't cook it.
Yeah, you're not cooking it.
Yes.
But raw. Like, you can put it in stuff. Like, you can.
Right.
Okay.
But say, for instance,
smoothies.
if you want.
Yeah.
Smoothies, for sure. But if you wanted to put it in, like, say, hot tea, don't boil it with the tea. Yeah, don't boil it with the tea. But when the tea is hot, just stir it in there. The main thing is that you don't want to.
You don't want to kill it.
Right, you don't want to boil it to dissipate the nutrients, right? Because that's what happens when you boil things.
Temperatures over 115 degrees Fahrenheit, you lose the life in it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if I make my cup of tea, I just take my 2 tablespoons and I just stir it in there when it's already in my cup, and then drink it like that. So it's nothing boiling. It's just going to dissolve into the hot water.
That's so good. So people who are into, like, putting coconut oil or MCT oil in their coffee or tea, or let's just call it tea, they could do this with this. With the sea moss. That's so, look at that pretty white shot. That's so cute.
I don't know why that did. So it's almost kind of like she's got this in her hand. So we need to
come like a commercial.
I wanted to light back on something a minute for because you speak in my language, you start talking about skincare and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that I heard in the ingredients that you described, you have a bar that not only all of your bars have a lot of antioxidants in them. So they are protecting you from all those free radicals, which as we know are the things that really make us age more than anything else. And so having that as a through line in all of those, hate to even call them soaps, I'll just call them beauty bars.
Facial beauty bars, exactly.
Beauty bars, right? But you have ones that target, I know you have one that targets the hydration and really kind of giving you that really soothing, calming kind of moment with the one bar. I think it had coconut. What was it in it?
They all have shea butter, sea moss, and then they have soursop, rice milk, and the turmeric.
Yeah. But the turmeric one, though, also, I mean, I think all of them, but especially that turmeric is going to really kick up that cell renewal too.
Yes.
So when doing that, that's also really, really helping. I think a lot of times we think that we get older because we just get old, but ultimately, you know this. If we can be at box and never have a free radical touch our face, and if our cell renewal stayed at the same speed, we would, and so when you're using things that are going to kill those free radicals on contact, and you're keeping yourself protected from the damaging rays of the sun, not UVA, but the UVB. Now you're finding yourself in a moment that just keeps that, and the melanin helps too. But
exactly. And that's why when people be saying, what's the secret? Because you're working inside and out. CMOS is actually total body wellness. And so, you putting that on the inside, working that, and then you on the outside. So, that's the secret. You know what I mean?
And then you got this happening too. And that's a
prayer.
That's a triangulation of youth and vitality and longevity. Because you got the inside, the prayer and the meditation and speaking the word of your life. And my youth is renewed like the eagle and all that stuff. Then you got the inside, Babette, what you're putting in your face, right? And then what you're doing out here, girl, come on now. We'll be scaring folks when we're 100. They'll be like, wait, what?
Hey, I mean, I tell them, I say, hey, I mean, it's, you either gonna, as they used to say about with your car, it's like you take care of your car, take care of you. You take care of your body, you take care of your skin, it takes care of you. You know what I mean? And prevention is the key, And don't wait until you all, be talking about, oh, I need some feedbacks. No, you need to go ahead and start now. Okay.
That's the ticket. I was talking to someone whose uncle was it uncle or aunt? And she was saying that they were just done. They were like, I'm just done. I can't take it because they've been so sick. I think they were like maybe 90 something. Like, I don't want to do this anymore because there's no quality of life.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm here, but I don't get to walk. I don't get to do anything. Somebody's got to bathe me. Somebody's, it's like, I just want to be done with this and just wanted to go to sleep and end it all. And, but all the way up until that time, everything was consistent with the diet and the, well, I don't walk. I don't do no exercise. I never did none of that. It's like, yeah, well, you got to take care of the vessel.
You got to.
Just like, and people, like you said, they will take care of their cars. They will get those cars, everything to make them look good, shine them up, get the wheels all shined up. And then you talk about, what about you? You the car,
Exactly. And you see, Babette doing push-ups and, you gotta keep doing those things. I mean, she is definitely inspiration goals because when I see her, I go like, okay, I know the prevention. I need to be doing some weights. I need to put some weights in my life for sure.
And the thing is, you don't have to go overboard. If that's not what you do on the regular, then do it twice a week,
Yeah, exactly. Just some.
I like to hike, and I know that after a few hikes, I go, you better get in there and lift some weights. You better do some stretches. Some people can't even touch their toes. How do you not touch your toes? You gotta be down to touch your toes. At 40 and 50, okay. Yeah, you should be able to touch your toes without saying that's way far down there. But that's so far down. It's like, well,
get down.
If you only do it once, do it a couple of times a week just to say, I'm going to stretch, even if you're stretching in your bed. Sometimes I'm like, I do not, but we keeping you up.
Y'all know I'm tired.
But you know what though? When it comes to the walking and all of that, even if you walk, there are points on the bottom of your feet that are pulse points that do beautiful things for you when you're walking.
And
if you don't even feel like it, but you get walking and you get going, and all of a sudden the Spirit of the Lord just starts ministering to you, and all that stuff gets cleared out, and you can hear, and you can walk, and using that time as a time to just, whether you're getting quiet externally or quiet internally, so that can, and when Mitchell and I walk, sometimes we don't even talk to each other, but we're still communicating because we're walking together. Khadijah, you said something earlier. You were talking about your touching when Deb asked you, can you marry the two to find the mission? And you said, yeah. You talked about the humor. Bible tells us that a merry heart does good like a medicine. So that's another part of your healing.
Yeah.
Your is your healing too. It's all you, because it's all your ethos. We were talking earlier about energy. Babette was talking about energy. Everything that we touch, everything, because it doesn't do anything but change form. It doesn't end, right? And it's cycling through everything that we do and everything that we say. So you do talk about the animals earlier, Khadijah, about and Babette was talking about her restaurant earlier. When she's feeling a way, let me step on outside, because I transfer that energy into the food.
Let me
right?
tell you.
Go ahead.
No, you're the guest.
No, I was just gonna say that, and in with that same spirit, I actually speak intention in all of the products.
Oh, thank you.
I speak healing, in everything that I send out here. In the sea moss, I speak healing and intention, for everybody who consumes, use whatever, that it helps their, whatever it is that they're working on and they're healing. And I think that's what people, why they love the product so much, because they feel the love that I put in it,
which goes to say, we never think about it that way, and that's why you say that the things that you ingest. So when you talk about ingesting animals who've been tortured, you're still they're speaking into the food, is going in you, and it's speaking to you what was done to them. The same you're speaking into your herbs and your products that's going into someone else. So we got to remember that everything is energy, and it all is interchangeable. It goes, you give it to this person, goes to that person, goes into that person. You got to be very, very careful about what you ingest and the people you're around, because even the people you're around, you're ingesting their blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
Have people like this in life. So when I feel that way, I'll pick up the phone and go, and Khadijah will say, Terrah, that's cause, we're doing our thing. You can be caught up because we doing our thing our way.
That's right. We ain't letting nobody stand in our way.
That's right. So anything you want to share? Because can you believe we are out of time?
Well, basically, all of the products, we got a lot of detox products. This is the anti-V tonic, Big Root, men, teas and all kinds of things like that. So basically, this is total body wellness. Earth and Sea Wellness is total body wellness. We are going to, next weekend is our 1-year anniversary. Yeah, I can't even believe it's been a whole year. Woo! A 1-year anniversary. And then we just, I just was able to get it to where we are now shipping internationally. We ship to Canada and Europe. So I'm so excited about that, because we had people always asking us, right, Babette?
The boondocks. Okay, I'm gonna cut you, because I'm gonna put all the information below.
Okay, no worries.
The website's gonna be down there, but I do want to real quickly, because we only get an hour on this. Overview of your movie, where they can find it. Tell them a little bit about what it's about, because we got to talk about that too.
The movie.
Okay. Well, of course, Recession Proof. You can watch it on Tubi. You can watch it on YouTube. It's on Amazon, Fandango, Home, Exumo. I mean, you any of the platforms that's out there. It's also in Spanish now. What is it? Prueba de Recession. I don't know. Anyway. It's on YouTube, and it's funny because it's Spanish overdub. So, I speak perfect Spanish. But yeah, so it's out. It's
Tell
available.
them a little bit what it's about. Just tell them a little bit.
Okay. So it is about Regina Holloway, my character, who's a Wall Street executive that loses her entire life savings in a Ponzi scheme and is forced to move back home with her mom in the hood and find a whole new way of life. But what she does discover, is that all that material things that she thought that made her who she was, right? She realized that her real currency and was her faith in God, her love for her family, and that God just gave her everything back, but with His blessings, And so it's just that it's a crazy, funny journey that she goes on, just trying to discover all that, because she thought that this is that's what made her. But yeah, so that's it's a crazy comedy. So
please watch it, y'all. I've watched it 4 times. It is so good. Khadijah is so good. And just the story,
And let me tell you,
the story.
and
Yes.
it's a story that we all can relate to, because we've all had things snatched away and figured out, oh, I thought it was supposed to go this way. But the special part about it all is that this is something she took and did herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wrote it and she produced it and she starred in it, and that is no easy feat. Anybody out there trying to do anything understands that this is to be applauded.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, that was all God for sure, because that actually was loosely based on my own life. In 2008, lost everything, had to move back to Dallas from Los Angeles. I wasn't a Wall Street executive, but it was based on all the things that I was actually going through. And you talked about humor. I kind of have always been that type of person to find the funny in the most tragic things. I don't know if that's the mechanism or what, but that movie came to me in a dream, and I was laughing at myself in the dream, and I was like, oh, that's a funny movie. Oh, wait a minute, that's not a movie. Let me get up and write. I started writing it then.
Well, there you go. So make sure you guys check out Recession Proof. Now,
Yes.
with that said, Khadijah, we always end every show with a question. And the question is, if your life were a book, what would be the title?
That's easy, because I'm working on a book right now. Ascension to Light.
All right.
Nice.
Ascension to Light. So make sure you check out her book, coming soon to a
Yes.
book.
It's my memoir. So
It's her memoir. All righty. Well, we want to thank you for tuning in.
Thank you,
Make sure
guys,
you
for having me.
purchase her products. Make sure you watch her movie. Go follow her on all the things that they follow. That's right. We want to thank you for tuning in again to Sunday Bites and Tidbits, and we will see you again, but not before we say this. What, Sylvia? What do we say?
Can't nobody do you better than, I want to do it again. Say it again.
Okay. So before we go, what is it that we say, Sylvia?
Nobody can do you better than you.
Hey.
And nobody can do you better than you. Babette?
Nobody can do you better than you. Khadijah?
Nobody can do you better than you.
All righty, we'll see you all soon.
But it's all right.
Bye,
You guys.
I may not think like